Hey Divas and Dons, we're diving into 3 stories that NASCAR would rather forget. These aren't just about scandals, they're about institutional control, retaliation, and how power operates behind closed doors in this sport. Buckle up. Let's start with Tim Richmond in 1988. He was having a breakthrough career, winning races, championship contention, and then he got sick. Really sick. NASCAR banned him for testing positive for excessive over-the-counter drugs like ibuprofen and pseudoephedrine, though NASCAR later admitted it gave him a bad test. But here's where it gets dark. Richmond had been diagnosed with AIDS, and NASCAR essentially barred him from racing until he turned over his complete medical records, which would have revealed his diagnosis. This was 1988. AIDS was terrifying. People didn't understand it. There was massive stigma, zero protection protocols. NASCAR very likely knew Richmond had AIDS because any bleeding injuries on the track could put safety workers at risk. But instead of handling it with any humanity, they weaponized it against him. Think about what Tim was dealing with. Not just a terminal illness in an era when people were genuinely afraid, but an institution systematically trying to erase him from the sport. He sued, lost, and eventually withdrew entirely. NASCAR has never apologized to his family or fans for his exclusionary treatment. Now we understand completely differently. People are living full lives on modern medication, but that doesn't change the psychological warfare Tim endured. When Richmond died, his memory was suppressed, and NASCAR's traveling show rationalized his death away rather than confronting what actually happened. That's institutional cruelty straight up. It's 1961, and Curtis Turner was one of NASCAR's elite drivers. Aggressive, talented, beloved by fans. He attempted to organize a drivers' union alongside Tim Flock, and NASCAR founder Bill France handed both drivers lifetime bans. Now here's the thing that should make you mad. Turner and co-owner Bruton Smith approached the Teamsters Union specifically for better purses, a share of broadcasting rights, and retirement benefits for drivers. In other words, they wanted to negotiate fairly for the people who literally are the product. France refused to let any unionized driver race, and eventually, every driver except Turner and Flock dropped out. Fast forward to today, drivers still can't unionize. They have the RCA, which is toothless. These drivers are literally the #1 asset of the entire business. The cars, the tracks, the sponsors, none of it matters without the drivers. Yet the people who generate all the revenue can't collectively bargain. That's not competition, that's control. France proved in 1961 that NASCAR will crush anyone who threatens its absolute authority over the sport. Turner's ban wasn't lifted until 1965, after deaths of other popular drivers forced France's hand. Even then, it wasn't principle, it was pressure. That's the kind of power structure we're still operating under. Now we get to 2009 and Jeremy Mayfield. He was suspended indefinitely for a positive methamphetamine test, but doctors stated that medication he was taking caused the positive result. Mayfield lost his lawsuit and was banned from the sport. But here's what just changed everything. Recently, with leaked NASCAR texts now public, Mayfield was vindicated, claiming, "This proves what I've said for years. They don't need a reason. Not fitting their mold is enough. I wasn't their vanilla driver." Fans also noted that Mayfield's criticism of Ray Evernham back in 2006 seemed to be a buildup to his eventual ban. So what just came out in those leaked texts? NASCAR executives talking about crushing competitors, mocking team owners, discussing how to eliminate threats to their control. These unsealed messages from 2021 and 2022 show Steve Phelps and Steve O'Donnell discussing ways to protect NASCAR's turf while partners pushed back harder than ever. The texts prove what Mayfield experienced. NASCAR operates with zero outside oversight. They can ban you on a faulty test, they can retaliate against you for speaking up, and there's nobody checking them. That's the problem that needs solving right now. NASCAR has absolute control with no accountability. Mayfield's story isn't just about one driver. It's about a system designed to silence anyone who challenges the establishment. And now we have the receipts to prove it.
Trouble pushing torque storm in my mind. Tires screech before the blade carving through the crowd. Engine roar symphony, I'm screaming proud. Air horn through my veins, ad libs in the sky. my time right, never asking why.